Hello everyone, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Fortnite Talk, the weekly episode. Every Saturday we talk about a topic out there in the Fortnite scene as well as other esports, but those are separate videos. This of course revolving around Fortnite, and if you read the title, Fortnite Pro players who have been scamming kids just in the past few months. We actually have two clear examples of Fortnite pros who are assigned to organizations. I'm sure many of you guys know about Luminosity Gaming or former LG member Creo. He was eventually kicked by that org as we covered that story many months ago. I just look so different now. It's pretty crazy to look back on that kind of stuff. And also very recently, as of this week, we also broke a new story out there involving a Ghost Gaming member known as Ghost Assault. He is currently still not responding to our video, likely because that video, kind of in contrast with the Luminosity Gaming Creo video, has not received a lot of traction. So if you guys want the full details on Ghost Gaming Assault and him potentially scamming a kid as well, I will link our full video down below for all of you guys, as we'll touch very briefly on these. But the ultimate question in this episode of Fortnite Talk is now, really, why are Fortnite pros, amongst other esport pros, more common to be scamming kids out there, especially as of recently? And it's kind of crazy when we look back both of these events, actually a lot of crossover between them, that being Creo as well as Ghost Assault, still accused, no full confirmation as of right now. I'm gonna be curious to see if our video does get more exposure out there and more details do come to light about this. But as of right now, all the DMs we received as well as showed all of you, it actually, ironically enough, is a very overlapping story with that of Creo. The same thing pretty much went down. Just like Creo, it's actually Ghost Assault scamming a kid after he swapped accounts with the kid himself. Eventually, apparently, according to the story we've been shown so far, all the DMs we did actually show you guys as well. Again, the full video will be linked down below. It's actually Ghost Assault who swaps accounts with a kid and then decided just to keep the kid's account who is worth more than his own account. But why, right, is the ultimate question when it comes down to these two cases. So far, the only cases we know of as of right now. Why have these kids gone on and scammed other kids? And I think really the answer lies there in the question. They are kids. I think at some certain degree, I know a lot of you guys watching are also kids, so it's hard for you to understand, or maybe you haven't made a mistake like these guys have. But once you're 18 years old, come back to the video and tell me, because there will be countless mistakes you have made, and I'm not forgiving what these guys have done, especially what we know so far of Ghost Assault, and especially with LG Creo's case as well. What they did was not forgivable. Scamming someone is very immoral. It's very wrong. With Creo's case as well, especially, it seemed pretty obvious the viral video was the reason he did respond in the first place, not based off his own morality. Was he coming forward and finally, asking for forgiveness and trying to actually pay off his debts? Along with that, though, as well, I think you have to kind of give a little leniency out there, because most of these Fortnite pros are not like other esports pros. They are very young, and again, they don't really know exactly, the consequences that are going to come with these actions, which comes to my second point. I do believe with both these cases, LG Creo and Ghost Assault, both these scams actually occurred before they were signed to their organizations, right? They had no repercussions of this when their actions were done, before they were even signed to organization, before they were even given the chance to be exposed the way they were. So I think it's going to be big learning lessons for a lot of pro players out there, especially once we progress in esports and we have younger and younger pro players coming into the scene. Just like CSGO, we have a lot of pro players who are now 18 to 21 years old, and all of a sudden we have accounts from when they were 14 to 16 years old coming up and being brought up because they were cheating. They had no idea they were going to become a pro player in the esport in itself. I think that does have a little bit of carryover with these scamming situations. These kids are scamming kids because they don't know they're going to be a pro Fortnite player with a bunch of platforms and a bunch of exposure. That does not excuse them, but that's certainly got to play a role in why so many Fortnite pro players compared to other esports are being caught scamming kids. And so that would be my conclusion. Again, one last time, I'm not forgiving what these guys did. I'm trying to expose the fact, and hopefully going to be a learning lesson for both of them. As of right now, we're still waiting on more for the Ghost Assault story, but for Creo, formerly of Luminosity Gaming, they actually let him go because of this instance. Luckily enough for him, people are moving on, organizations move on, they see young talent and they like that. They can appreciate him, trying to ask for forgiveness and moving on as well. He's now been signed to Lazarus Gaming, up and coming esports org, who also signed recently a CSGO roster. So we'll see how he does in the future, and we'll see if Ghosts ever, see this story, if they're going to try and have some exposure as well and kind of meet an end to what actually happened there with the Ghost Assault story, because we have no full confirmation, although we've shown you guys so many DMs out there. I was a bit surprised we have not got a response so far. But that's this Fortnite Talk episode, guys. Why are there so many Fortnite pro players scamming kids out there? I think it's age. Age plays a huge role. Again, come back to me when you're 18 to 21 years old, and you'll have plenty of mistakes to share yourselves. I'm a very forgiving guy. Some people aren't. You guys can leave your comments and thoughts down below. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Fortnite Talk. If you guys did, make sure to leave a topic down below. I will talk about it next Saturday as we break down more Fortnite Talk topics. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and goodbye.